Hey, welcome back to the Scholarship Offer System Show. I'm your host, Akeem Shavers, and this show is brought to you by the Akeem Shavers Project. Just real quick, I just want to hop in and talk about some new news that just passed this week, which is crazy. Well, last Wednesday to be exact from when I'm recording this. But yeah, so my whole thing with the Scholarship Offer System podcast, excuse me. My whole thing with the Scholarship Offer podcast is keeping everyone informed and just providing good information that can be used no matter what no matter what part of the process you're in. When I say process, I mean the recruiting process. So I just wanted to just go over a couple new rules that the NCAA, well, at least at Division I, they just ratified a new transfer rule. So this goes along with the whole deal that's been going on with the transfer portal. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. So this might not be a long show, but it's going to be an informative one. So, with that being said, so the NCAA Division I Board of Directors, they have just ratified and really made it official. So the new one-time transfer rule. So with the new one-time transfer rule, you don't have to sit out a year. So, previously you had to serve a year of residency wherever you transfer to. So now that's completely gone. All you have to do is, once you transfer, you get to compete immediately. And that's for sports far as baseball, basketball, football, and men's ice hockey. So you'll have the opportunity to be eligible your first year, especially if you transfer to another Division I school. So normally you either have to transfer down or go to a JUCO or something like that in order to actually be able to compete as soon as you transfer out. But now you could transfer to any Division I school as long as they have your sport. You could play that next year. You do not have to sit out a year anymore. So I think that is huge, especially with all the things that are going on and everyone's trying to find that perfect fit. And a lot of people don't know, especially the new guys and girls who just signed. And a lot of kids are getting granted fifth years and stuff. So it's kind of messing up the scholarship count for a lot of teams. And it's if you have to move around, you have to move around, which is understandable. At the end of the day, this is a business. So, you have to do what's right for you. So it's crazy that the Division I is actually just ratified this. I'm excited about it. That means a lot of athletes won't feel like they're gonna be just left to rot in the sense that it's crazy. But yeah, so without having to serve that year of residency, it's gonna be huge. So I think that the board of directors, board of advisors, whoever they are, they made a great move for all athletes. I felt like this decision was made with athletes in mind. So this new rule, it kind of takes effect immediately. And so this means if you're transferring in the summer, or especially if you're in a Division I transferring to another Division I in the summer, you'll be eligible as soon as the season starts, especially for fall athletes. So as long as you meet a few required conditions, you'll be good to go. And I want to talk about those conditions too as well, because I don't want to set you up for failure or set your child up for failure. I want you to know exactly what you need to know when this stuff kind of comes about. So one of the big conditions are, so the athlete has not transferred previously from a 4-year university. So you can't use this rule to your advantage if you've already transferred already. So this has to be for the first time transfers. It's a one-time thing. So it kind of goes into self-explanatory as far as the rule goes, one-time transfer rule. And so this is for those people who are looking to transfer out now and not someone who's already transferred and looking to transfer again. This won't work for you. My apologies to you if you're in that situation. But another condition is you have to transfer from another 4-year school to another NCAA Division I university. So it's 4-year to 4-year. Any other school, I don't think it really matters as far as Division II or Division III, because you could actually, I believe you could play that I believe you can play immediately when transferring down, but I'll have to double check that. But these conditions are what the Board of Directors have set in place. So another condition is you have to be academically eligible at the school that you're leaving. So if you're not eligible at the school that you're at now, you're trying to transfer to somewhere else and play, it's not going to work. So the new school has to certify your progress towards a degree as well. So, and they have to make sure those requirements are satisfied. So it's not like a scapegoat where you can mess up and be on academic probation or something at your current school and then get out, try to get out and go to another school and play. It doesn't work that way, especially not in today's day and time. And another condition is, so you athletes and your head coach have to certify in writing that there's no direct or indirect communication between you and the athletic staff at the new university. So, and that's before you enter the transfer portal. So you still have to enter the transfer portal in this situation. But yeah, you have to certify that you haven't been talking to anybody prior to you transferring out, which is weird. Well, not transferring out, but prior to you entering the transfer portal. So it's just one of those CYA type deals for the NCAA. Like the last condition is, so any athletes who are planning to use this new rule to transfer to a Division I university for next year, you have to submit your name to the transfer portal by July 1st. So depending on when you listening to this, if it's prior to July 1st, 2021, and you want to get out, you have to submit your name to the transfer portal by July 1st, 2021. No exceptions on this. So I just want to make that clear because a lot of people overlook deadlines, and a lot of times we think we have time when we don't, and time is passing by fast. And I just want you to stay on top of this. Write it down, put it in your calendar, ask somebody to remind you, do whatever you have to do. Do it right now if you have to while you're listening to this podcast or this show, but get it done if this is something that's up your alley and something that you feel that you need to do. And so just a quick note, if you were required at the time of your mid-year transfer to serve a year of residency, so if you transferred during last year towards the end of your first semester or end of the actual semester, fall semester, and you already entered the transfer portal and you already entered the transfer portal, you already got the process started and you're already at your new school, you still have to serve the year of residency. But let me see, you may be able to get it amended in a sense and use this new rule to be eligible next fall. So there is that. But I just wanted to talk to you about that because it's just came through the wire, and I wanted to share this with you because I know everybody doesn't have time to look this stuff up. All right, so that's pretty much it for today's episode, and I just wanted to do a quick recap of what we talked about. So especially, we just talked about the Division I Board of Directors ratifying a new transfer rule. So you have a one-time transfer option now to where you don't have to sit out a year when you're transferring from Division I to Division I. So that is a major game changer in the athletic recruiting and NCAA sports as well, especially for the sports that are involved right now, which are the basketball, baseball, football, men's basketball, baseball, football, and men's ice hockey as well. So that's a huge change for the athletes who are deciding to move around, which I think was made to your advantage. So use it if you have to, but in the same breath, you are on a limited time limit. You're on a limited time. So you have a deadline. You have to have this done by July 1st, 2021 if you expect to play your sport without sitting out a year in the fall. So we had to get this done ASAP. There's a deadline, and don't wait till the last minute. That's never good comes from that. But then a couple conditions, I just want to retouch on them again. So you are able to transfer from a D1 to a D1, these 4-year universities. You have to be academically eligible at your school that you're at now in order to actually be able to play next year for your new school. So keep that in mind. And you must not have transferred previously from another four-year university. So you can't keep transferring and think this rule is going to work in your favor. So you'll have to still serve a year residency if you do that after, because remember, this is a one-time transfer rule. Then a couple other conditions is you must not have been in contact with any other coaches prior to entering the transfer portal. Remember that as well. And then if you're planning to use this rule to transfer to another Division I university by next year, again, I repeat, you have to get this done by July 1st, 2021. But that's it for today. I am Akeem Shavers, your host of the Scholarship Offer System show, and your recruiting coach, your athletic recruiting coach at that, and one of the only people that can show you how to get on the recruiting radars of your favorite schools within 4 weeks or less. And that's without spending thousands of dollars. So if you need help with that, this show is brought to you by the Scholarship Offer System. And for a limited time, I am still giving away free copies of my book, which is titled actually the Scholarship Offer System. You just have to cover shipping and I'll get it right out to you. And if you need help, you need a little bit more guidance in this recruiting process, just let me know. You can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever. Everything's Akeem S Project. If you can't find me on Twitter with Akeem S Project, just look up Prince Akeem 24. And that's Prince Akeem 24, no dots, no underscores, none of that. That being said, hope you all having a good one. Happy recruiting. And I am out. Hey, welcome back to the Scholarship Offer System show. I'm your host, Akeem Shavers, and this show is brought to you by the Akeem